Hello, dear friends. I want to talk to you today about Alzheimer's disease. It is the most common form of dementia, and Alzheimer's disease is a general term for memory loss and other cognitive abilities that are serious enough to interfere with daily life. It accounts for about 60 to 80% of dementia cases. It's probably one of the most feared diseases that we have today because not only does it take away part of our brain health, but it takes away the things that make us connect to other people. Now, the greatest known risk factor for Alzheimer's disease is actually aging, but there are multiple interwoven factors that lead to Alzheimer's disease. Unfortunately, there's currently no conventional cure, but the good news is that there are integrative and functional medicine approaches, such as Dale Bredesen's program, which are providing evidence that personalized, holistic, and integrative treatment plans for Alzheimer's can work. It's resulted in greater preventative support and case reports of reversal. So this is incredible. However, there's still a gap because this kind of treatment is not readily available to a lot of people, and it isn't effective when Alzheimer's disease has progressed past a certain point, at least not as effective. So as a result, many people are lost in the system with suboptimal care and little hope. The loved ones of those with dementia also suffer because they're going to watch the people that they love and that they care about in physical form be present, but their personality and their ability to perform their activities of daily living is going to be deteriorating to a great extent where they can be unrecognizable in their behavior and in their ability to interact with their loved one. Now, this kind of suffering doesn't have to occur. In fact, Debrah Nadler is making sure of that. And in the latest episode of the Essential Oil Revolution, I was privileged to introduce you to Debrah Nadler. She's actually an internationally esteemed certified and registered aromatherapist, an Alzheimer's disease educator, a compassionate patient and caregiver advocate, a lecturer, a certified hearts process practitioner. And she is the go-to leading authority and specialist in aromatherapy and alternative mind-body support for those affected by Alzheimer's disease. Debrah is also the owner and founder of Trifecta Care by Alzheimer's Support. And this is a certified company of the world-renowned music and memory program and the hearts process. Trifecta Care offers a unique synergy of Debrah's non-invasive methods that incorporate three things: music, relaxation, and aromatherapy. And these all combined to help reawaken and reconnect people living with Alzheimer's disease and their families. Now, Debrah has taught vast amounts of families, clients, professionals, and has appeared in various podcasts and media sources. Her authentic desire, drive, and holistic approach to advocacy is shifting the way that we think about living with Alzheimer's disease and chronic diagnoses. Now, during the interview, Debrah shares with us how her passion to help others resulted in the creation of Trifecta Care. She additionally describes her distinct blend of mind-body therapies that help to reduce the anxiety, the stress, and the pain of individuals and their loved ones who are seeking support when they are at a time when the world seems dark and frightening. She's a highly certified and registered aromatherapist, as I said, so she also highlights how essential oils can enhance all forms of treatments for those who suffer with this diagnosis and their families. I thought this was imperative to get out to the public because many people are not aware of this gap and the resources that Debrah has compiled and been made available. In fact, she's even coming up with a plan to help make her methods more available in a training that's going to be coming out in 2024. But Debrah really combines these unique processes, and they've been shown in clinical studies to actually help with memory. We know aromatherapy is linked to memory and cognition, and Debrah actually shares with us what we can do in the morning and in the evening to help with cognition, especially for people that have Alzheimer's disease. This is based on a research study. She also talks and teaches us about the music and memory program that she's certified in. And we discuss all of the ways that the brain is impacted by music, whether it's through functional connectivity that's changed, whether it's through neurotransmitter modulation, whether it's through toning down the amygdala. And music actually affects the part of the brain that goes last for Alzheimer's. So when people hear music, they can actually reconnect to parts of their past that they remember, which is a beautiful thing. And Debrah uses this along with a beautiful method called the HEARTS process, which actually stands for hands-on empathy, aroma, relaxation, texture, and sound. And she explains how this can help to decrease pain and also provide comfort for someone that's suffering from Alzheimer's. She also has these amazing handmade integrative sensory tools that she discusses that people with Alzheimer's can use to help them with sensory stimulation and boredom and just that sense of touch. So it's a really comprehensive interview. And I hope that you are intrigued enough to go ahead and listen to the full interview, because I really think that this information is needed. And what Debrah is doing is absolutely incredible. She's really helping a ton of families and their caregivers. Importantly, she's applying these techniques with the caregivers so that they get moments of getting their actual loved one back when they can recall things and they're involved in music, or when they are in less pain and they're getting this gentle hearts process. She's been giving them that gift and also decreasing the caregiver stress as well. We really need this right now. Alzheimer's disease is excelling at a very high rate. And there are things that we can do to prevent it. Thankfully, based on some of the leaders in functional and integrative medicine, we're addressing it at that end, but we also need to address the whirlwind of the people that are already impacted and coming down the line and integrating this kind of care into clinical practice. So go ahead and click the link in the video description and get the full out interview versus just the preview so you can get all of the details and share it with others, because it's super important at this time in our world for people to have that opportunity to know that they can be empowered and don't have to suffer as much. So thanks for listening. Take really good care until I talk again. Again, the link's in the video description, along with all of the resources and essential oil education that I offer and that you can get access to